What up? ¿Cómo estamos todos? This is my video of Fantasy Life top 5 things I'm excited for. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you're also excited about one or all of the things I'm excited about. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, and shout out to my freaking members. The Pokey Kiddo 1, freaking Jack, freaking Mr. Krabs, and Plasma. Thank you guys so much for being members. Thank you to everyone that watches and likes and subscribes and all that stuff. So really, really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Let's get into my top 5 list. And yeah, let's start with number 1. This is in no particular order, as in like it's not that like the number 1 on the list is the one I'm most excited about. I'm just excited for all of these things, okay? Equally. So let's start with number 1, which is life progression, okay? I am super, super excited to see how each life will progress. All of the like the things that you'll get as you progress through the lives, as you level up the lives, as you rank up the lives, all that stuff. I'm mostly excited for mercenary woodcutter because those are like my favorite ones for sure. But I'm also I like all the combat classes. I really liked hunter as well. Hunter was actually a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to level all of those up. But I'm also just extremely curious, with how this is going to work, because in the 3DS version, you could like you had to be a specific life to be able to actually like turn in those life quests after you've like completed a life quest. And so I wonder how this is going to work because the gameplay as like one of the new features has shown that you can basically have multiple lives at once. So I'm wondering, like, does that mean you can basically have all the lives at one time and you're leveling them all up like at once, or you still need to choose like a life master and like that's the only life that you will be like progressing, like in terms of like the quests and stuff like that. When you turn in a quest, like does it still work the same way that it does on the 3DS version? Like I'm curious to know how it's going to work, but this is one of the biggest things I'm most excited about, is seeing how it works. It seems to be very fluid because in the first game you can like level up, or rank up a life, and then when you change to another life, you can use some of the like techniques that you learned while you leveled up or ranked up one of the lives out in the overworld, even if you were another life. So I wonder if you like will still only be able to use specific techniques while you choose that specific life, or if you can just do everything whenever you want. I don't know if I'm just confusing people at this point with my rambling, but basically I'm just very curious to see how it's going to work. It seems like it's updated to where like you can just like upgrade like and rank up anytime you want, but I could be wrong, because in that case, what's the point of life masters, right? So again, I'm just really excited about this. I love, in general, any video game ever. I'm super, super addicted to like level grinding and like progressing like vocations and ranks and lives and classes. So I'm really excited about this. This is one of the things about RPGs that I most love and I get extremely addicted to. So I'm hyper hyped for the life progression aspect of Fantasy Life the girl who steals time. So yeah. Okay, let's move on to number 2. I am super duper excited to try out the new lives. So, as I've talked about before, my favorite lives are the combat lives, and the second ones are the gathering lives, and then the third would be the crafting ones. So, with this game, we got 2 new lives, which is farmer and artist. Farmer being a gatherer class or a gatherer life, and artist being a crafting life. Um, but even though they're not my favorite type of life, I'm still really excited to play it and try them out and like see how they are. Farmer looks pretty fun. Out of the two, I'm definitely more excited about the farmer. But either way, I'm still excited for the new lives, and I'm really excited to play as them and try them out and check out the life masters and blah 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 blah. So yeah, so I'm definitely super hyped for that, dude. Yeah, okay, that's basically it for the second one. Let's move on to number 3. Exploring the map, bro. The freaking overworld slash map in this game looks ginormous. And I know that the map is called like Ginormia or something like that. I totally forgot. I probably should have looked it up before I made this video. But I cannot wait to explore it at all. Like I cannot wait to explore this map. It's an open world map, so it'll be a little different than the 3DS game, because the 3DS game was basically different sections um, that were all connected. But yeah, but this one is like supposedly like a huge open world map. So I'm really excited to explore that. Um, because it also looks like it's jam packed with like things to do, NPCs to talk to, monsters to fight, things to gather, or you know, or discover, and like treasures to find. So I'm super super excited for that. I cannot wait to explore the map. It's gonna be a blasty blast from freaking heck, dude. So yeah, so that's my number 3. Let's move on to number 4. So one of the new features I'm really pumped about is the dungeons. The freaking whatever they were called, I forgot what they were called exactly, but basically the dungeons where you explore like a new floor, and then like I don't know if it's like I forgot if it's like a randomly generated dungeon where like each floor will be like a different thing you run into or whatever, or if they're all like already established or whatever. But either way, I'm super super excited to explore the dungeons. Like extra mega pumped for that, I can assure you, dude. And I cannot wait to explore the dungeons. Um, I'm pretty sure they've mentioned this, but usually in games like this where there's like dungeons to go through and grind, um, usually like the best equipment in the game are like available in these dungeons. So this is obviously like, this is most likely at least going to be like an end game sort of like content sort of thing for like grinding the best weapons, or things like that, or at least the best materials to be able to craft the best weapons. I'm assuming that's also the case. So yeah, I'm super mega ultra super duper pumped for exploring the dungeons as well. So yeah, can't wait for that. And then the last item on the list, number 5, is basically your party members that you can invite with you to explore the world, explore the dungeons, do quests. Like that's one of my favorite features as well from the 3DS version, is being able to invite whoever you want, onto with you, you know. And it's cool too because like as you progress in the story, you can invite more and more NPCs or people around the world with you to like go on quests and stuff. So I really like that aspect because it's also kind of like a sense of like a progression system where like the more powerful NPCs or party members or allies can be invited as you progress through the story and as you get further along it. So I'm really excited to see. Well, I'm excited to be able to invite all of the all the party members or allies that you were able to invite in the first game. But I'm also excited to see like the new party members that you can invite in this version, in this game. And I'm also really excited to see what kind of pets there are. I'm assuming a lot of the same pets will come back from the first game, but I'm really excited to see what kind of pets, we can get in this game. And I'm also kind of hoping that they let you have more than just 3 pets. Um, so yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get more pets, because that was one of the things that I really liked about the first game, is like getting pets, but I didn't like the fact that like you couldn't like keep them all. That you had to like give away a pet to get a new pet. That was kind of lame. Like it just made me a little sad, especially because when you had to return a pet, the freaking pet shop dude was like, "You're a monster. You're an evil person for wanting to return this pet. Screw you," basically, And I was like, "Geez, man, I'm sorry. I want to get a new pet. Like these new pets that have been unlocked look cool." So, anyways, yeah. So I hope that they kind of like have made that feature a little bit more expounded on it, basically. So, I mean, it would be cool, and this is kind of just me dreaming at this point, but like, why don't we get a freaking monster tamer type life, where we can tame monsters? I mean, come on. It's perfect. It would be perfect, It would be freaking amazing if you could do that. So, anyway, but yeah, so those are my top 5, or my 5 most like things that I'm super duper duper ultra mega excited for about this game, that I cannot wait to explore and experience. So yeah, what about you guys? What are your top 5 favorite things, or top 5 things you're looking most forward to? I do want to give a couple honorable mentions to 2 things that I am also excited about but did not make the list. One being building your island, or terraforming. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty fun. I'm excited to see what you can do, or how you can do that, basically. And the second one is kind of ties with the first one, and which is like housing locations, and your housing decks, which sounds kind of silly, but I was actually really like happy and excited to like complete my housing decks in the first game. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that will work in this one. But yeah, I guess we'll see how it works. But yeah, so the last thing we need to do in this video, guys, is I have been talking about this for a while now, ever since a couple of the reveal trailers have come out and all that, and also like since we've gotten the official release date for this game, which at this point seems to be legit, even though they've extended it a couple different times. But I am going to give away a copy of this game. So a couple of things I want to mention is, first of all, you can, basically choose whichever version of the game you want. It will be a digital copy that I am giving out. Anyone and everyone can participate, and me, myself, Papi Polite, am responsible for this giveaway. Nobody else. It's just me. So, yeah, to get into this giveaway, you need to do 3 simple things. 1, subscribing to this channel. So you best be subscribed to be able to be entered into the giveaway. The second thing you need to do, and this one's very important, you need to comment in this video down below this exact phrase. Ready? Fantasy life is the life for me. Again, fantasy life is the life for me. On screen, you'll be able to see how it should be written out, but you need to comment, you need to subscribe and comment this specific phrase. And last thing is that you need to join my Discord. The link to my Discord is in the description of this video, so make sure to join my Discord. So if you want to win a copy of Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time, make sure to do those 3 things. I will be announcing the winner on May 21st, Wednesday, May 21st, the day before this game releases. So make sure to stay in touch or stay tuned for that day. If you do not respond within a 24-hour period, I will move on to another person and give away the game to somebody else. So make sure you're being attentive to that. I will be communicating with the winner via Discord, so make sure you are part of the Discord to be able to actually, for me to communicate with you that you won. And also, I will need you to do one simple thing to verify that you are in fact the person on the YouTube video that commented. through Discord. So yeah, so do those 3 things to be able to enter for a chance to win this game. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. I appreciate you very much. We will see each other soon, and I'm excited to choose the winner of the copy of this game. All right, peace and love. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.